Alright guys, so controlling dragon from blue side, we're gonna start there. Is there a way to like refresh wards on this as well? Okay, so you're playing blue side, right? Let's say all towers are up, you want to go for a dragon though. Let's pretend bot tower's down. So bot tower's down. You've got control here. So where can they come from? You want to know where people are coming from for warding, right? So if they push mid, they can come from here. Getting a pink ward right here is usually good, so you can control at least one path, like this full this area. So if you're playing Thresh, you're gonna want to ward here. You want to watch the path between here and here, right? So next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna come down here. You're gonna make sure nobody's in the area. You're gonna be looking at your map the whole time. You're going to ward, making sure there's nobody out that's gonna catch you. And you want to watch here. You want this path here, this path here. You want all knowledge that you can get from them coming down. You can TP to Fountain. Nice. Okay, so we've got those two wards. We're going to pretend we've got the pink there, right? And with the pink there, we can just come down here and make sure that we get a ward in this area, right? So we're watching the bot lane rotation. We're watching their blue buff rotation. Also this path from bot lane as well. And we're watching the mid lane and jungle rotation from this side. We have full control of Dragon right now. Hopefully your team buys another ward. If you want to close in your control a little better, you can bring your ping from here to here. But that's pretty much it. Instead of this ward as well, if you know they're going to rotate on it, it can also be better used in this bush. If you know they're going to challenge Dragon, having the ward here gives you the vision of the rotation into the bush. So you can just sit here and look for that hook as soon as they come in. You want to know if they're going to be juking or not. If they stop there, just move around. So warding here instead is like a good option. You still get a little bit of vision. It's not as good as it was before with it over the wall, right? You don't get this vision over here. You get a little bit of this. But you get to see inside the brush. And seeing in the brush is like the important factor for catching people out. Okay, taking Dragon from red side. Let's cover that too. You're going to want that mid lane ward so they can't rotate from mid. You're going to want a ward here. And optimally, I like to get a ward down here if I can. You're just watching for the ways that the jungler is going to come in. And the other thing you can do, like you can run down. Say you've got bot turret down, you can run down, and you've got your pink in here. So you've got tri covered, you've got this way covered, you've got this covered, and you've got mid covered. So you've got your 4 wards down. They don't have any way that they can get to the dragon unless they're like already behind you or something, right? So this is full dragon control from red side right now, and you can just walk through here and sweep everything if you need to. And then hopefully your team's buying pinks to counter or help with vision somehow. So if your team like trinkets this, you can rotate that ward out. You can put this ward somewhere else. Like if you don't need this ward, you can go for like this ward or something, just to have that little bit further vision of them rotating, right? Or you could just put it down here in the bush. So let's say you've got this one, you're gonna want this one on the backside, and then you're gonna want this one. So those are the 3 you're gonna have. Your team can help ward up here. A lot of it is playing around vision for what your teammates also provide. So if they're providing something, you can adjust your warding style and place them in little better spots for deeper vision, a little bit deeper vision. But remember, every time you're going out to ward, you've got to place your wards or get to that spot you want to ward safely. So running down here with the vision we have, let's say I want to get, let's say I want deeper wards than what I have. Right? Let's say I see like 2 people on the map. I'm here. I'm gonna sweep this, make sure it's clean. If there's a ward here, you don't go up to that wall ever. Like if there's wards here, you play safe. Like you can throw your lantern in carefully. If there's nobody home and you've got vision over here, you can come down and you can like ward this bush here. So let's say we're going for... Alright, so Baron control video. Warding. What I like to do, I like to keep a pink in the pit. Remember, it's got to be about here for the radius. Where's our radius? Yeah. So look at your radius. If you put it there, you just barely get the full pit control, right? Just barely. So it's got to be at least there in to clear the pit. It can be no further back this way if you want to clear the backside. Otherwise, they can sneak a ward in like right here. Like right back there and troll you. And you'll think you have vision. If it's out here, you won't see that ward at all. Okay, so optimal vision control for Baron. I like to get a ward here. I do like to get a ward up here. And the other ward I like to get is going to be over here. Like, right there. That is optimal warding for me. You have all paths covered where they're going to be coming from if they're coming off base, right? So them coming off base there. Let's go back. Let's get more. Where's my TP here? Shift S. So this is optimal. If you have pressure on the map, you have control of the map, and they're going to be coming from base. These are the most optimal wards for doing Baron. So you're all on Baron, they're coming off base. Like you can sit right here as Thresh, and if you see their jungler, you've got to be the one going for their jungler. He's the one guy you want to keep out of the pit, right? The smite is the one that's going to steal it most likely. So you've got the vision. You're just looking for the jungler, waiting for the jungler. Jungler shows. You're going to hit him here. If you can catch him, stop him, sure, that's your job. That's what you need to be doing. But other than that, like, if you don't have full control or full pressure of the map, the way that you want to ward is going to be like a little different. If they're controlling the red side here, you're going to go up. Okay, anyways, so typically if you want to go up here and you want to look in there, like you're going to come through here, you're going to sweep all this, you're going to sweep over. If there's no wards here, was there level up? Nice. Okay, let's see this right here. So right here, you're gonna come up, you're gonna throw your lantern up in the bush, right? Nobody's home, nobody's home. You're gonna go, okay, we're gonna drop a ward there, that's good. Next one, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna be here, you're gonna get like this ward here. You don't wanna leave your bush. Leaving the bush, showing on minions, not good. Typically the wave will be pushed further. They'll see this ward go down. And then, like, if you're trying to sneak a quick Baron, I like to get a ward right here. So you've got the pink in the pit. You know they don't have vision in the pit. If they do drop a ward in the pit and you're not doing it, don't clear that ward. Don't clear the ward. You guys can still do Baron with the pink in the pit as long as it's just a regular ward they have on the backside, right? They will not have vision in the pit. It'll just be sitting there. So if you clear that, you will be showing them that you're in the pit area, and it'll just give them a tell that they need to come check it again. So if you do want to cheese a Baron, just go for it with their wards up. But other than these two wards, you've got this one here, this one here, this one here. You're watching for the mid rotation. And if they get to here and you don't have Baron at a decent health, you're just gonna leave. You're just gonna leave and not worry about it. Okay, so let's say we want to get tower. Let's assume the enemy team has some sort of dive champion that you don't want to get engaged on or flanked by. Let's say it's a Hecarim or some shit, right? So you're gonna want a good side ward there. You don't want him to like get down here. You're gonna want. I'm gonna say you're gonna want control of this. You're gonna put your pink down here. You've got your pink down, so that side is covered now, right? What's next that you need to do? You need to get a ward over here. So you need to know he's not coming from that spot. And then last but not least, you can throw like another one from here, another one here. So like this is top lane rotation coming down. If top lane is rotating on mid while you're pushing mid turret, this is for jungler from this side. You've got this side for other jungle entrants, and you've got this pink to know if you're getting like straight on flanked or a way for you to get out having full control of vision. So if you go down this way, your team comes this way, they chase you into this, you know they don't have vision of that, and you can just turn and make a play there if it comes down to that situation. But getting good vision is what you need in order to press objectives. If you don't have good vision control, like knowing where every person can come from or where they will want to engage from, like a Fiddlesticks ulti into here, into a flash, like he can ult from here to like here and then flash into you if you guys are on the turret, right? Or Hecarim, he could just be sitting here and then ult into you guys with an E. And you'll get screwed if a bunch of you get CC'd. So just knowing the points on the map to press these wards is really important. Let's go back really quick. I will show you. Rip. Okay, so next tower, right? We want to have vision here. We want to be able to see this side, and we also want to be able to see up here, right? But the other thing about being up here is you also want to know if people are coming in behind you. So you can either get a ward like right here or here. So we've got this flank ward, this ward here. You're going to need to get over here. And sieging this, you're going to want something over here. Like whether it's just like right here, or you're going to get like pink down here. So you're at this tower, you've got good vision behind you. You've got this over here, you've got this here. You've got this and this. And the only other place that they can really come from is behind their tower. So if they've got like fiddle ulting, they're going to have control of this. You're just going to play like over to this. It's kind of sketchy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know, hard engage, like getting them to getting to here if they're running hard engage. That's like optimal vision. They'll try to engage. If they try to engage from back here, they can get to about there and then flash on you, but it's not really safe to ward back there. This is like the optimal ward spot if you can get it down to know if they're trying to do that long range engage, plus one over here. But getting this ward can be really sketchy sometimes. You've got to wait for them to like fall back. You know they're back here or something. You can throw your lantern in, and like you can come out. You can throw your lantern if you've got control of this. You swept all this shit out, and then you can go up and ward. But getting that ward down is sketchy. You don't know where the top laner is. You don't know where their jungler is. Using your lantern is the only way that you can check from range on Thresh. You could hook, but that would be bad to put your hook on cooldown if something's about to break out. So optimal warding for taking tower is going to be that. We're going to go for that there. And we're going to go for here. So if they've got that dive, this is your safety for taking this tower. Not only this, but you're going to want like a pink here. Just somewhere in here. So you can keep their wards out. So if you want to sit over here as Thresh, you can just sit here and fish for hooks over the wall. If you've got a pink here, you've got the control. You can just, this is going to be your spot. You know if anybody's coming in here. You can just lantern people out and go down this way and escape. Let's see this again. Okay, so red side warding. What are you looking to do? Let's say they've got a jungler. Like the worst type of jungler you could play against is something with a dash. Pretty much everybody's playing shit like Lee Sin or Elise or Kha'Zix, or just shit that has jumps, right? Things that can get into spots that are going to mess with you. So let's just say we're playing against a Lee Sin. Optimal warding for Lee Sin, you want to know if this guy's getting into your jungle. So safety for bot lane, you're going to need a ward here. So this, we're going to skip this area. We'll come back to that and I'll explain here in a second. You're going to optimally want a ward here. And this is just basic warding for lane. This protects bot lane. So to get those down, you're going to have 2 points covered so far. And we're going to deep ward in lane. So this is good if you get pressed back in lane. Say you're back here, you can no longer access this bush. And say they push up. This is to prevent lane ganks if you're back here with your wave. This protects jungle rotation coming out of red and from Krugs. However, he could do Krugs, he could go into lane. So this is also for that. That's the other, not just lane, but also from the Krug rotation. And then just like if you're pressed back even further, the one other way that he can gank you, right, is he can come over, he can just jump over to Dragon, right? And that's why if you're getting pressed back, you hold a pink behind you. So with this pink behind you, this is going to protect you from... We've got an opening in our vision. We've got an opening. This is bad.
The cry of a dying star. Nothing sweeter.
I don't know. You need this ward here too. Actually, you don't have to have this. You could just play it a little tighter here. That's gonna be better. If it's actually Lee Sin, he could just ward hop in, come around. If he's level 6, he'll just run up here, come out, and jump over the wall, and then fucking kick you out, right? So this has to be warded. For 100% safety, you've got to have this ward here. to block this path for him getting over Dragon Wall. Like, it'd be better even if you put it further in the pit, right? So let's say that. So you see him jump in the pit or not? Does I get vision up here though? What's gonna be the best spot? You've got to have that warded though. I still think out there is gonna be the best. So we're gonna ward there. We're gonna ward here. And if you really want to avoid the next one, you could ward down here. A little further this way, and this would have showed these, if he's doing that or not. But this here gives you a little better vision of the lane. So if you're getting lane ganked or not. So here is going to get blocked vision this way a little bit. Right here you get a little bit more. So this is safe warding. This is very safe warding. The only other way they can get to you is if they go around, all the way around, then come down here, and then go through your pink. But they'll have to go through your pink to get to your lane, right? There's no way for them to get to you, realistically, at this point. Right? This is optimal vision. This isn't the vision you're going to have every game. You're probably not going to be able to keep this ward down. This ward right here is going to get cleared. So what's the next best thing to this ward? It's usually this right here. So if you ward in here to replace this one, that's pretty much all you could do if they go to control this or if they drop a pink in here. Having this is really good though if you can get it past. The other thing I'll do is if I don't feel like I have time to run down here, but I'm here, I'll like walk over and I'll drop this ward here. So if they clear this is just out of sweeper range if they go to clear this, right? Or pink range. They can't, that doesn't get messed with pinks, right? So you'll have the vision here, and the only way you can come down is straight from red. Most junglers will want to do their camps and then rotate over, so this is going to be the lifesaver ward. Let's go back. So coming in, you're going to drop this ward, you're going to walk over, and you're just going to drop this ward. And enemy support's probably going to come up and sweep this. They're probably going to sweep this, right? But getting the one, get another one up here. You got 4 wards to play with, and probably just hold the last one for now. When you get a chance, you can save that one for some time later, but I would just hold it for now. Okay, so let's change up all this warding. If you get control of your lane, we'll play this out differently here. Okay, so let's say you have control of lane. You can do whatever you want with your wards, right? So with lane control, you're gonna want this ward here. You're gonna want, well, if you've got full lane control and like jungle control, you can do more. Like you can press your pink here. If you know they're weak, you can literally just come out here and fucking ward. So you've got this. Even better, like if you knew their jungler was topside or something, if you came down and you got this ward and you put it here instead, you got this warded and like this warded and this warded, all 3 of your wards can be in here. Where's that last one? Dragon doesn't even matter. Let's go for full optimal bot lane control. We'll redo all that again. Hold on one second. So we're gonna ward that. We're gonna ward that. So if you see their jungler top, you see their mid lane, and their bot lane is like really weak or back, like if they're just recalling and you have a sight stone filled, you're gonna go down and you're gonna fully control this lane. Even this ward, you can redo this one. You don't need this. You can put it here. And if you can cheese something with your ADC, you could just literally drop this ward here instead. And just wait here. If you see them coming to lane, you just fucking hook them in, go in. And then you've got that for free, right? That's just another cheese spot. going for this tower bottom, right? So this ward is good. We're just gonna be patient. Can't really do anything. We're gonna throw this over. There's nothing there. So we've got that, right? So this here is to make sure we don't get flanked from the side. This here is to watch for rotations coming down from mid. And just getting a ward like here is watching lane. So you've got the trifecta of wards here covering their all access points. And the pink is going to be back here for your escape. You've got control in this bush. If they do try to get to here, you know they don't have vision of it. And that's like your spot to be. So right here, you just chill on the pink. You wait for somebody to rotate into your vision. If they come down from mid and they greedily rotate down, say your team's taking bot tower, you're just chilling here. You're chilling here before anybody shows up to tower while your team's pressing. And somebody rotates into this, right? You're going to go for that person rotating. You're going to lantern somebody, and you're going to go for the kill right here. However, we are going to assume that our teammates are potatoes, because the best way to climb is to assume the worst of your allies. You cannot put faith in teammates. So we're going to change what we're doing right here. We're going to go back. We're going to go down here. Let's just get away from minions really quick. So being down here at turret, I'm going to go for what I like to call potato teammate wards. Right? So we're pushing this turret here. So you're going to want a ward like here. You're going to want a ward like here. And realistically, that's about it. You drop those 2 wards to make sure you're not getting flanked. And the biggest part about potato teammates is they will fucking engage every time you look to go out and ward, right? So if your team is not really good at being patient for your support rotations to get vision for them before pressing objectives or looking for fights, you need to just ward closer. That way you're always with your team. So you've got this ward here, you've got this ward here, and realistically you're not going to see their engage coming from behind, but that's not always necessary as long as you're with your team. But if you go up and you do all this control stuff and say you're like right fucking here and your team's like, or you're up here or something, just here, fuck, let's go up here. We're up here, we're up here. And your team's like, I want kills, ah! And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? You're running down like, fuck, my whole team's dead. And you're like, here. And then you're 1v9. Literally 1v9 because potatoes rolled into the turret and they fucking suicided because they're special. Right? Like, just fucking special. So go for the potato wards. I recommend the tight grouping of wards when you're pushing things. Tight warding is going to save you a lot of trouble. However, if you get the higher elo and people are a little more patient about teammates and such, you can go for the more in-depth warding. So getting full control of this side is going to be good, right? Getting the full control. You've got that. You've got this. You're going to want to ward right here on the back side so you get the vision coming out.